Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our EU4 Let's Play as the Empire of Portugal. Probably the most border gore-y thing probably I've ever made in this entire video game so far. So it doesn't look great, but you know what? It's functional. Okay, I wouldn't go that far. It exists. Okay, and we're still at war here with Denmark, as Scandinavia says they want that one little island that they still own right here. So we're gonna let them have it. I don't really care. That's totally fine with me. We're just gonna let them finish their war. We're probably not gonna do much because I'm still waiting to get all that manpower back. A little bit of an issue that's going on there. We do have a couple of separatists like Croatia and Aretnid. Aretnid is over here, and Croatia is obviously right here. They should be put down without too many issues. In fact, I'm probably gonna give this general, who is Gilda Sampaio. Get him over here because he's gonna be more useful for putting down rebels. And these guys, I got to wait a little while. I'm definitely gonna get rid of all of my cav at some point. That is gonna be a guarantee. I don't want to do it right now. Or maybe I do want to do it right now. Well, we have to consider these things, because I'm going to turn on the music up first a little bit. There we go. Oh yeah, before I get too far into the game, into this episode, apparently I talk too fast. And it never really occurred to me, right? So you can tell already I'm trying to slow it down a little bit. I tend to speak pretty fast, so... and the reason is, I think I usually watch YouTube on like ×2 speed, so in my head I have it sort of hardwired that I need to speak as fast as I hear things, which makes 0 sense. So I'm going to try and sort of keep it down a couple notches, sort of bring down the speed a little bit. Because something I didn't notice is that although, you know, most of my viewers, most of my viewership is in like an English-speaking country, so I think the most is obviously the United States, and then it's the UK, and then it is Canada, and then I think Australia is somewhere down a few steps down the ladder, so I do have most of my membership in English-speaking countries, but as was pointed out to me, a lot of my viewership actually doesn't natively speak English, so I do have a sizable following in Netherlands, Germany, I think Poland were part of my top 10 actually, so I think Germany was actually one of my top 5, and so was the Netherlands. So I'm going to try and keep it down a little bit, or like bring down the speed in case you guys might need a little extra time to sort of understand what I'm saying, because, you know what, I understand that. You know, I speak a little bit of French, and when I hear French people speaking, and it's just way too fast for me, but maybe it's fine for your average, say, American or Canadian speaker, but I'm definitely going to just bring it down from now on. Hopefully you guys find it a little bit easier to understand. And if I speak a little bit too fast, I don't know how I'll be able to catch myself, but hopefully it does work out. Oh, okay, so the Commonwealth is actually no longer my rival. That is interesting. The Commonwealth is no longer eligible to be my rival. Well, that really is quite interesting, isn't it? Okay. Well then, that means we can get rid of this. Revoke embargo. And we need to search for a... Oh, we actually can't. We only have Ming as a potential rival, which I guess kind of makes sense. It kind of does make sense. Commonwealth technically doesn't have enough to be an empire anymore, I don't think. Unless that's just the tech. I think it just might be the tech, to be honest. So we're going to finish up this war, and we are going to try it... Whoa, this... Okay, I'm a little bit confused. They weren't, and then they were. So, okay, that's totally fine, I guess. Oh yeah, where's that started? Enlightenment started in Nanjing, which is over here. And we are all the way over here, so we're going to have to develop it unnaturally. I'm assuming that's just going to be through Lisboa. And then these 4 provinces are going to be the starting point, but it's going to take maybe a little while for that to, like, really start going here. We don't have that many universities, and it's not going to reach here at all for a while. Maybe down here we might get a little bit of something. But this is one of the ones that takes the longest enlightenment because it requires you to have universities, I think, is the main spread for that. Yeah, if you have university and you're not on the same continent as enlightenment, that's how it works. It's a little bit unfortunate that the enlightenment sort of started in Asia, but that's fine. Let's start the music just a little bit. I like to have a little bit of music. Alright, so we're gonna start planning our next invasion. It could either be Britain, it could be Burgundy. We have a lot of options here. The reason why I might want to go with Burgundy is probably because Brabant has a lot of land here in the Empire, and attacking the Empire right now is going to be extremely, and I mean, exceedingly difficult for me. Yeah, I'm allied with the Emperor in a war, so I can't really declare on anyone who's in the Empire right now. And we don't really have the amount of manpower required to do anything, really productive, unfortunately. We really could use some things. Now, when I'm thinking back to this template, the 38038, it's okay, but the fact that I don't really know if there's really any place that can support the number of men that would be there. I mean, supply limit's 60 here, 68, 60, 67. I mean, we can check the average supply. We should probably check the average supply, to be fair. 53, 47. I mean, to be, like, at worst, I think it's about 30-ish, and at most, I think it supports, like, 70. Now, I don't really want to go with the at most part of things, because that's getting a little bit dangerous. We'd have to wait a little while before our supply limit goes up. I don't, is that down here? I think that is. Yeah, supply limit, 27. Miltech 27 is when that goes up again, so... Right now, the only issue is I'm probably going to have to split these into two, so it's going to have to be like a, what is that, a 19, 019? Or alternatively, I could have a full 38, and then the rest filled out at the front, being our infantry, and then have a side attachment of infantry only. There's a chance of that. Like, I could, I don't think there's a way to modify this template, so we're going to have to delete it, but essentially what I'm thinking of is having the 38 cannons. Let's say we have like a total of, let's say we have like a 50, alright? We have like a 50 stack. And then we'd have to have another stack of, what would it be, like 26, I think? So if we have 10 here, it'd be 48, and then we have to have a stack of... What do I need to be? 28. Yeah, 28 infantry. I mean, we could split it other ways, but of course we always want to have a full back row of artillery. The front row of infantry is a bit of an issue, though. Alternatively, we could do the other way around, where we have the infantry like a 38, and have very few artillery, and then have the artillery with, well, we could have it sort of like, say 34, and then we'd have another one with 4 infantry and the rest of the artillery. Either way, we're gonna have to split this in some sort of way if we want to get the full, you know, size of everything. It does become a little bit of an issue. It does. Unfortunately, I think the best we can do is probably the 38 and have like 18 cannons. That's like the average supply limit generally. 58-ish, I think, is a sort of good supply limit. A couple areas that don't really support it, but we can go up to 72. Well, we'll see. It depends on the size of the general that we have too. So it can be okay, it could not be okay. I think we're gonna go with like a default, we're gonna name it something different, like it's called test template. This episode's probably gonna be a little bit boring because it's mostly just rebuilding and stuff. So if this isn't really your thing, next episode's always waiting for you. So, right. So we could go with the test template when we have enough manpower, just to see how it works out. In fact, there's something we could do right now to do that. In fact, we're gonna be getting rid of the cavalry anyway, so we're gonna disband it from here. And we're going to see how that stack works out when we actually put it to the test. So with 38 and 18, let's see how that works. So over here we have a 21 of these guys. So we're going to get rid of 3 of them, bring them right there. So a 14, 18. And this would give us 15, and 14 would give us 30-ish. Yeah, it would give us 30. So if we have the rest of these, we need 38. It's not quite 30. Let's bring this army down to here as well. This one too. Why are they entering a military coalition? Maybe because I got rid of like 3 or 4 armies, maybe? I don't know. Oh, we just got our conversion. That was very nice. We do have a lot of money, so supporting a lot of troops will not be as big of an issue. We're just going to do a little bit of a check, because I know over here is going to be fine, because we have a supply limit of 77. But I want to like, sort of take them out on a stroll, you know, see how they work on most of the provinces here. If they have a good enough general, like good enough maneuver, they can be okay. So we can have the big stacks with the generals, and the smaller stacks as the backup support, sort of near them, but not quite at the front, if that makes any sense. So we're going to have these 15 over to here as well. Yeah, we're going to be doing some odd changes here. Training fields are done. That's very good. We need a little bit more manpower, so we're going to need that. And we're probably going to... Do we want to get rid of tariffs, or is it just like a coring thing? I think it's a coring thing that they're afraid of, or just my Diplo rep in general, so... More money is always nice. maybe bring it up to speed 4, because the war is pretty much won at this point, I think. We might just have to do a little bit of cleanup, like here and there. A little bit more conversion, that's very nice. We can convert this, sure, why not. A little bit expensive, but it's not the worst thing in the world. We're gonna bring... You guys are fine like that, 45, and if we can get up to... Was it 48, or was it 48? Oh, it's 38, okay. Hold on, I've been doing this all wrong then. First of all, let me go and change this. Get a little bit more manpower, because we don't need it for like literally anything else, really, so... Manpower and legitimacy is really all you can do with this right now, so we're going to... definitely pour a whole bunch into manpower. So that'll be great. Maybe one into our, strengthen our government a little bit. Maybe turn down the music a little bit. It's getting really loud. I don't know if you guys could really hear me over the past couple minutes there. But, yeah, we definitely did this wrong. We're supposed to have 38, not 48, so... Put one over. This is sort of the template that would go into battle. This would be our sort of basic template. It would be a stack of 50. That's not a stack of 50, is it? Definitely not a stack of 50. 38 and 18 would be a stack of 56, I believe. 1, 2, yes, 56 would be this stack. Okay, and over here, we might want to have something similar. I mean, this should not be terrible, I don't think. It doesn't work out very well, but I think having the bigger stacks in general is just nice to have. So in some of the lower developed areas, it's not great, but in some of the higher developed, it works out really well. I do see stacks of generally sort of 40-ish, so I might want to modify this just a little bit. A very small amount to get a standardized regiment, which everyone sort of likes to have. So I think I'm going to maybe cut down a little bit on... We can't really cut down on much, though, because the combat width is really important. The 38 filled out the front means I don't need to have any cav, which is kind of important. So, to remedy this, we might have to bring ourselves down to 16 cannons. And then have a regiment of... Also, that's done. That's good. Let me go and do our colony things before I continue. So that would be... Oh, we can't really abandon that, though. Okay. I thought that was a lot further along than it actually is. That's fine. Okay, so, right, as I was saying, we're going to have a mostly artillery, very few infantry battalion next. We're going to get rid of this. Actually, we don't want the cav. So this would be 20, that would bring it up to 36. And if we could get two more mortars there. And the rest infantry. And that would work out. So 22 and 16 equal 38, I believe. So these two would go into battle as such. And the 7, we might want to bump this 7 up to a 12-ish. That would bring us up to more than 12. Let's bring it down by 1. So 5. Yeah, okay, that'll bring us up to 12. So 12 and 22 over here, and having a 38 and 16 there. An alliance from the Knights. Interesting, but I'm probably going to have to say no on that one. Sorry, bud. You're allied with Bohemia, so I don't know what your issue is. You're probably fine. Right then, so we're going to reorganize the armies in the east before the west. Actually, we could reorganize them all at the same time, probably. Which would be interesting to see. Okay, it's going to be a slow and long process, so let's start with expanding this unit. All the cav does not matter anymore. No more cav for me, thank you very much. So there we go, a 12, 22, and a 38 and 16. This will give us a full back row, and we need a little bit of extra on the front row. For, you know, replacements and stuff like that. I think that'll work out. I'm not entirely sure, but that should be 50 infantry in the front, and having a full back of artillery, which I'm pretty sure should work out. We're gonna have to modify it again the next time Miltech comes around, probably. I mean, it depends if it changes our width. I don't think our width changes for a little while. Yeah, it increases by 2, so it goes up to 40 when we reach level 26, which is in two more levels, so we're fine. we are fine for now. Let's bring everyone here together, get rid of the cav, and sort of move along here. I'm gonna want to move them a little bit, probably. No, that's done. Okay, cool. Let's get rid of the cavalry. 6 and 28. Alright, so these guys are going to battle. This is going to be the heavier stack, so he's going to have the general. Okay, so we're going to get stacks sort of together-ish. Maybe, I don't really know, maybe we'll have these both on one thing, and like if you're sieging down a fort or something, we'll have them both on it. And then when we're not sieging down the fort, we can like split them back up. It would be best, since like attrition cap is 1%, it would be best if we like stack them together when we do that. I think that'll work out. And then split them back into what they're supposed to be when we're just doing regular sieges, and for battles, of course. So we have to split them back. But that'll work out for me, probably. So, over here, with our... what was over here? It was over here, right? Okay. So we have the 28 and the 6. We want a total of 38 cavalry, or 38 cannons, not cavalry. So we're going to get ourselves a couple more mortars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 mortars, I believe. Yeah, that'll bring us up to 38. And a whole lot more infantry. Now, alternatively, you might want to sort of change... instead of doing this, I think I'm going to do a little bit of changing with these guys. They're going to come over here, and we're going to sort of split them up that way. You guys should, of course, still be doing that. Very nice. And you guys should be doing the same. Very nice. So you guys are going to head over there. We're going to fix that. There should be no issue with this anymore. Like the battle... Like, is the war done? Oh, they just fully annexed them. Okay, Scandinavia, you guys are doing some weird things. I don't know what you just took, but I guess someone took it, and I don't think it was me, so... Someone definitely just took it. Was that here? Nope. Okay, no idea then. Absolutely no idea. Okay, and that's finally done. Great. That means we can sort of change our armies in peace then. Very nice. And we gain around 3,000 a month, so it shouldn't be the worst thing in the world to reorganize within... Oh, okay. That is our land, actually, and I forgot that we owned Venice. Not gonna lie. Okay, so we're gonna bring this stack over there. Oh, we actually need to walk across because we don't have access. Right. That is fine. That's fine for now. Forgot we had Venetian... forgot we kind of owned Venice. That's kind of important to remember. Oh, we can get rid of them now. Okay, cool. We're just gonna, like, get rid of all of our cavalry. And I mean, like, we're getting rid of all of the cavalry. You two. We're gonna move you over there. Or, like, up here. Because, yeah. We have some extra stacks in random places. I think, did we get rid of it here? Yes, we did. Cool. Right then. We're gonna pull these two stacks into their parts. And you have entered the coalition, Netherlands. Interestingly enough, that's because we've been deleting some troops. But don't worry, I will be fixing that. As we bring ourselves up, a large number of cannons over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Brings up to 26. 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Bringing us up to 36. And then 38, okay. 38, and then we want 38 infantry as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And those 10 will bring us up to 26. Okay, we're going to have to keep on going here then. 8, 9, 10. It's up to 36, and then 2. Okay, so it'll be a 38, 38. And then we'll split it accordingly and add a little bit more infantry when we're done with it. Oh yeah, we don't have access through here. Kind of forgot about that too. But that's more okay. That's fine. We're going to grab the next Diplo idea, which is going to end up being another diplomat. Very nice. I guess he's like sort of useful. I don't really know what he's going to do, but that's kind of fine. We're going to figure out what we can do with him. We're going to send him... Maybe that would be okay. And then subject countries would be fine too. We happen to have 5 diplomats, which is nice. So there we go. Let's actually group you all up into London, because that is the easiest place. Yes, we're going to cancel the suppression there. That'll be fine for now. Well, we get all these troops here together. Let's give them a little while. Let's get everyone grouped up here. I could have just waited in theory to do that. I believe we won the Battle of Venezia. Oh, we lose a couple of ducats, not very much, that's fine. In fact, we're probably going to move him over here just in the meantime while he's being sieging, while he is sieging stuff down. And there we go. I'm going to ask him to be moved with that ship. We're going to convert that. It's going to cost 50 a month, which is a little bit expensive, but that's okay. Alright, let's get rid of the cav. First things first. And we're going to be changing this a whole lot. Now, when they group together, we have a pretty good number. Okay, let's not group together. First of all, how many do you total to? 32, I believe. So let's grab 6 more of each. Start off with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then over here, yeah, you guys are the proper stacks. So a 16, 38, and a 22, 12. Okay. 4 problems done. Great. Let's get everyone grouped up here. Should be fine. So we're starting to get into the big stack end game. 1706. It's time for the big stacks where you have hundreds of thousands of people in battles. Mostly this works for multiplayer, but it does work if you split them into stacks for things like single player, which is what we're doing right now. So 76. That is a 38, 38, and we do have mercs here still. I don't know, did I hire those mercs by accident? I might have. That's fine. They don't cost me that much. Better that than manpower, I suppose. So, our 38, 38, right. So I believe we wanted ours to be a 1222. So a 12, and then a 22. There we go, 1222, and then over here we have the 2616. So 1222, 2616, which is going to have to be turned into a 3816, I believe. Yes, it does. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 will bring us up to a 36. Let's grab 2 more. 1, 2. Brilliant. Was I actually using manpower on that one? If I look for some of that, I wasn't. Hold on, let me check the times for those ones. Yeah, no, okay, they're all regular manpower. Let me do a time check, because I know we've been at this for a little while. I don't know how boring it's been. It's probably been a little bit boring, not gonna lie. Hopefully this is gonna be fine. Let's start the music so you guys aren't super bored, but we're doing some, just some regular old management at this point, so it's not the most important thing, not the most interesting, either. So, let's do the good old army swap out here. So we have the 6 and 28. Which surprisingly is close. We need, unfortunately, not quite that, though. So we have a 22 and a 6. We need to build quite a few more men here. Let's see what the numbers look like in the meantime, though. So a 2216 and a 622. So let's start with our 2 stacks here. Normally we'd have the, okay, yeah, the 38 and 18. It's supposed to be a 38 and 16, actually, so we're going to have to change it, of course. There we go. Sure, it's called a test template. So this is going to be, actually, can we rename this? I don't think we can. It's unfortunate. And we're going to call this test template 2 to distinguish it from the other one. And it is going to have a 12 and 22. There we go. So we can easily conform things. We want you to be a test template 2. We want you to be a test template 1, but we don't have enough manpower for that, so we're going to have to wait a little while. Oh, yeah, we have massive, massive issues over here. Okay, hold on. Let's put it in 2 while we sort things out. That's a bit of an issue. Okay, local tax season. Okay, so over here we have the 22 and 16, which is actually the correct numbers for both. Great, okay. So if you have the 22, you're going to be this one, which means the rest of your infantry heads over here. And you're going to move over there, actually. Then we're going to change your template as well, because we're going to add some more men here. So the 26, we're going to go with the test template 2. Or is it the 1? You are the test template 2, and this is the test template 1, which is over here, which we can't actually make. Okay, we're going to have to wait a little while because we need more men to be able to field into there. We're going to wait for everything to group up and then sort of sort it out at that point. It's going to be a little bit of attrition, I think. Oh, okay, actually none. That's pretty good. Okay, so we want you to be the template number 1, okay. 38 and 16, that's actually perfect, isn't it? Oh, okay, yeah, my bad. No recruiting. I forgot about mercs being in this equation. That's actually fine. I don't know why I'm doing it this way, not through the macro builder. That's my own fault. Right, okay, we want it to be through this way. So that one's fine, yeah, 38 and 16, and this one's supposed to be the 12 and 22. Okay, yeah, you guys are fine. You already matched that template. Okay, so apparently I did this correctly, which is nice. And then over here, the 1222 is definitely... Yeah, the 1222 is the correct one. And over here, we need the 3816. There we go. Okay, so we're going to try and make 4 army pairs. 4 grand army pairs for invasions. And try to use all of them when we can. Which means we're going to need a larger transportation navy. And I mean like a much larger transportation navy. I'd be willing to go as far as to say we're going to want maybe 100 transports. Because of reasons. I can't even see how many I have because everything's kind of broken. Damn, okay. How many do I have? I can't even check. I don't even know what that number is. But I think they're all in one thing. So they'd be 60, wouldn't they? We have 62. Okay. Well, we're going to pretend that we have 60. So we're going to want to build 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's going to bring up to 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay. So that'll bring us up to, hopefully, the good old 100 number that we want. When it comes to frigates, we could probably make a couple more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 will bring us up to 95. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that should work out. Then as for the heavy frigates, we might just want to like build a whole bunch because, you know, we can really never run out of lights. Just build to the rest of our force limit with that. Let's grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, cool. That should be fine, I think. That should make our numbers nice and rounded. And our treasury seems to be working fine, even with that really expensive thing that we're doing here. So that seems to be working out okay. You guys are having issues with your attrition. Yeah, I thought you would down here, because there's not... See, a lot of it's, like, not farmland. Farmland's important. Anything that's, like, not farmland, you tend to have a couple of issues, which is a little bit unfortunate. Let's bring ourselves to go and grab another province, turn it back to Catholic. And we are doing our nice little turn everything back to Catholicism crusade. Pretty okay. Hopefully we can turn everything back in Europe back to Catholicism. Maybe not down here, because that's I'd have to integrate and then it'd be an issue. But we're probably going to go with the first test run of this army template. Using our battle against, or our war against England, I think. Or Great Britain, sorry. We might want to start with that. And see how it really ends up working, you know? Hopefully it works out well. And hopefully we don't lose too many men using it. Seems like it might be okay. So far so good. No attrition as of yet. But we're going to declare the war, I believe. Maybe right now? Imperialism would work just fine for me. The capital is actually Lothian right now. Ironic how your capital is now Scotland's capital. Or the old country that existed. I don't know if that's... Is that Scotland's capital right now? I feel like it is. I feel like it is. That kind of makes sense in my mind. I should probably look it up instead of just assuming things. But anyway, we're probably going to go and do this because we get a lot of manpower, so we might as well. And you're not in any sort of coalition, right? Okay, good. And now as we start this war, let's do the time check to make sure I'm not ending on a cliffhanger, which it looks like I might be in the next couple seconds because we are sitting at around 30 minutes-ish. So, this is going to be interesting. We're gonna see how this all performs, because the 16, I don't know if, is that enough to get the siege number? The correct siege number? I believe it might be. I mean, on level 2, of course it is. But on a level 8, is it 16? I feel like it might be 24. Might be the correct number. But we're gonna check it out. So these are obviously working fine for like the little squabbles and stuff. The 1222 could probably handle like a 10 stack maybe. But when we're fighting a death stack, like maybe a 100,000 men, like we did with the Commonwealth, 100% of the time, we have to change the strategies, right? Like if it's not working, you gotta call it quits, and you gotta figure out what's not working, and you gotta come back to it later. So that's what we've just sort of done here. We need to make sure that when we go back to war with the Commonwealth, we sort of have everything down pat the way it's meant to be. So, that's sort of what this episode was about. Reorganizing all the armies, and maybe even getting more armies, because you know what? We do have a fair amount of force limit left. At least maybe 2 more army groups of 54 and 34Ks. That might end up working out. It might be just fine. Now, let's bring you over here, actually, and you can go there. Now, I'm not going to go through the entire war at this point, because you guys know it's pretty much time to end this. We just wanted to check out how things sort of work, sort of flow by their own right now, or by themselves. And you know what, I'd say it's going to be working out just fine. Like, we can get the max on pretty much anything with our, the 22, if they add to the 16, can pretty much get the max on anything. And if need be, we can just sort of change a couple things. But of course, I'm pretty sure the highest percentage we can have on on any sort of thing is 5%. So if we have if we group everyone into one thing, then it works better than if we just have 2 separate things. So if we were saying like on a level 8 fort, I think, then grouping them all up would be good because we get the maximum siege. We deter people from attacking, and we get a maximum of 5%. Rather than if we had someone nearby, then we had 5% of this, so it's less attrition, but they are more open to attack, right? And if we have both of them working on different things, then we get 5% of this, 5% of this. I mean, in reality, you're getting 10% of the whole thing. Not entirely, that's not how statistics work, but it's more than the 5% of the whole stack itself, I'm pretty sure. Or maybe I'm just wrong. Actually, you know what? Maybe I'm just wrong. I could just be wrong. 5% of 54 plus 5% of 34 is not equal to 5% of 88, right? I'm gonna have to revisit my math. I obviously have no idea what I'm doing, and you guys can probably tell. You're probably cringing in your seats right now because I clearly have no idea what's going on with anything. So we're gonna try and get rid of this fleet actually, because they're a bit of a pain. So if we can actually start hunting, not pirates, fleets up in here, that would work for me. Of course, sieges, getting sieges done faster is nice, but they aren't really important. All right, this is the only battle that I'm gonna do this entire thing. Once it's done, this is important stuff here. This is important research. This is research, I'm telling you guys. So we're gonna get this done. And anything else I should really look at in the meantime? Yeah, of course, is that. Ooh, unrest and issues. That'll be okay. We're not gonna move any ships for a little while. But once this is done, we're gonna do the attack on Lothian. Oh, there we go. Okay. Let's slow it down to make sure we get everyone at the right time. You guys are going to end up there. Oh, that's just disappointing, actually. You're going to Perth, are you? Okay, so you're going to get on the 30th and the 4th of November. Okay, so we want you here first. 4th of November. This is interesting, because I need these guys to go in first for the full front width. Okay. That's why I'm being a little bit quiet, because I'm a little bit confused here. How am I going to get this done? Because they keep running away. Hold on. Nature and Separatists. Okay, so you guys and you guys should be on your way to handle that. We're just going to group you up together and fix that. But for now... Okay, you're going to get there on the 8th of November. Brings down a few days. Okay, so then stop. You guys will get there on the 11th of November. You guys will get there on the 13th. Okay. Let's wait for them to lock in, actually. There we go. Now, that was the superior way of getting it done in the first place. So as we can see here, we will see very soon. Also, we won this battle. Very nice. Well, he wasn't even, like, supposed to fight a battle, but you know what? He did anyway, because he's just an absolute god. Great. So, these guys are going to pop in. You'll see them go in first. 19th, 25th. Okay. So 19th, we check out here. What does this look like? Should be... Did we change our width again? Did our width change again? 38. That should be 38. We have 38. Division of the front line. What are these guys doing? Where are the extras ones, then? 38 means a full 38, so what's the... I'm confused. That's fine, though. Oh, it's 38 because the max shows 40, but we can't have 40 as a total. Okay. That makes more sense. Doesn't show a max of 40, shows a max of something else, but that makes a little bit of sense. So for some reason, we have a little bit of infantry in the back. A little bit odd, but that's fine. And then when the backup comes, what we should see is... Ah, there we go. The full back row of, should be artillery, but I guess they're just doing weird things. I suppose it's dependent on the formation of the enemy army as well. So we can see we have the full back row doing this entire line here. But we do more... Like, these guys are sort of, like, waiting to fill in for these, because these guys, they don't do anything until everything's done here. But, yeah. So, essentially, this should give us the full width, in theory. There we go. Alright, that's the full 38, 38. That's the full width right there. Okay, there we go. That's what should be. That is how you optimize everything that you're making, right? So we should see here, obviously it's going to be an instant stack wipe, but it's the most efficient way to actually get your armies going in some sort of plausible, you know, creation, direction, words that I don't really know how to speak. But anyways, this is Quarbit signing off, because you know what, we're running out of time here. Definitely running out of time. So you guys should probably be fighting something. You guys are definitely going to be fighting that. But anyways, this is Quarbit signing off. Hope you had a fantastic time, even though today was a little bit of a slower episode. But we're going to be finishing our war with Great Britain. Hopefully everything goes well. And, yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Have a fantastic day.